What's up, guys? I hope everyone finds themselves well tonight, or this morning rather. It's about 6:15 in the morning. I'm actually headed home from work. It's cold tonight. I'm looking at my screen here. It says -8 degrees. -8 degrees here in the Chicagoland area. I hope everyone is safe, bundled up, staying warm. I hope everyone's being proactive with their pipes in their homes. Take some precautions so they don't burst. If you gotta let some sinks drip, or open the bottom door cabinets to get some heat in there, or insulate, do what you gotta do so you don't have a catastrophic problem in this cold weather. I want to come on here and just talk about, so my role as a supervisor, I'm a commander at my police department, and so usually when I'm working, I'm the guy in charge. So part of that sometimes is to take complaints, beefs as we call them. If an officer deals with someone and they have a complaint on his conduct or something like that, that usually comes to me. So I took a beef earlier, or a complaint, and a lot of these complaints, I'm starting to realize there's a trend that people just want to be heard. They're upset. But a lot of the times it's not that my officer did something wrong, it's that a lot of people just want to vent, they want to be heard, so the facts of what happened tonight were my officer arrested somebody that had a warrant for not going to court. They missed the court date, so they had a warrant, and they called in to complain on the fact that they were arrested for a warrant. So, they put them through to my phone. I took the call, and I'm like, so hey, what's going on? Introduce myself. What's your complaint? Well, I got arrested. I'm like, yeah, I heard that, because I try and know what they're calling about before I actually take the call, so I knew she had got arrested for a warrant. So I told her, yeah, you had a warrant, FTA, a failure to appear in court, and what's your complaint? Well, this is the third time I've been arrested, and I don't feel like I should be arrested, and this and that. And she just goes off in about a 15 to 20-minute rant about how many times she's been arrested. And nothing she said was anything that my officer did wrong. It wasn't any type of language he used, or being too aggressive, or an excessive use of force, or, an illegal search. It was nothing like that. Her complaint was that she had gotten arrested, which I empathize with her. I could understand that's an inconvenience and that's terrible. Nobody wants to get arrested. I get that. But also, had to explain to her that, hey, if it's a warrant in the system and we have contact with you, we have to arrest you. There's really no wiggle room with the warrant. And it just seemed like she just had to get that out of her system. She just wanted someone to yell at and scream at, and that person was me tonight. But she even said herself, hey, thank you for listening to me. I feel better. I'm like, is there anything I could do to help you out with this? Obviously, I can't undo the fact that you got arrested. But she's like, no, thank you for, I just feel better. So I just thought about that. And this is not the first time. This happens a lot, where people call in they say it's a complaint or a beef, and I take the call, and it's just, they want to be heard. They want to vent. They want to get it out of their system. So this is just some encouragement to, don't feel bad if you need to get stuff out of your system. Some people, do it constructively. If you have a therapist or a close friend or a family member, a good listener, a good listener, just call and give them a heads up. I do it sometimes. Hey, I'll tell my wife, hey, I need to vent, and I will go off on a rant, but I usually feel better after. So sometimes, man, you just got to get that stuff out of your system. Like I said the other day, life can be tough, life can be hard. It seems like there's always stuff coming at you sometimes. I understand that. But don't try and just hold it in and pin all that stuff within. Sometimes you got to let it out. And one way to do that is just yelling at people, But let them know. Let them know first, like, hey, this is a rant, this is a vent. Don't yell at people, like, just get upset with people. Because I think that's what happens when people hold stuff in, all that anger and stuff, that's when, you run into people and they have attitudes for no reason, and you're wondering, hey, did I do something wrong? But they're just holding stuff in, tension, built up tension, So if you need to yell at someone, don't feel bad. Let that stuff out. Find a release. Your release could be working out. If working out does it for you, go to the gym, get after it, do some burpees, let that stuff out. That's all. But my point is, sometimes it's necessary to get that stuff out of your system, let it out, release, and you'll probably feel better after. And with that, if you're a good friend to someone, if you're a good family member to someone, if you're just a good person, sometimes you need to be that person that people can vent to, you know? Don't always be sometimes you don't have to say anything. Sometimes you need to just be an ear, just listen to people, you know? So hopefully that helps. I hope you guys are staying safe out there. If you're in Illinois, anywhere close, Midwest, actually the whole country. I know I talked to my buddy down in Texas. They're supposed to get some weather down there too. Some winter rain, freezing type weather. So guys, just be safe, man. Stay indoors if you can. And if you have an opportunity to look after someone, help someone out in these trying times with the weather, do that, man. Look out for people. Look out for people. Guys, we'll talk to you. Let's get after it.